Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do color blocking. So here I just have a roll of Scotch tape. You can use any kind of tape that you have on hand. I'll use packing tape sometimes too. Packing tape works really well. I am not using peel base just because the tape will sometimes pull that up. But you just apply the tape to section off your nail. So I like to do my flat, the solid colors first. So I will do the solid colors up along the top area of my nail by my cuticle area. But you do want to make sure that that tape is pressed down really good around your sidewalls and at the edge of your tip on your nail, your free edge. That way you don't get any liquid seep into those areas. So once you do that, you just apply your base. This is so much easier than it seems. A lot of people will see the after, the result of the color blocking, just a nail-fee picture, and they just get so intimidated, and I was too at first, but I practiced it on a bunch of swatches, and it's so fun and you can be so creative. But you just apply your base, sprinkle on your powder. Of course, you want to go around your sidewalls and cuticle area with a orange wood stick like normal, and it's okay if you get some base on the tape because we are just going to pull that right off after we've done our 2 dips. So now I'm going to move on to my middle finger and just section that off. You could do 1 finger at a time, but I am using my Dipalicious liquids for the color blocking, and they do take a little bit longer to dry. So I am just gonna do both my fingers at the same time, and I'm just sectioning it off, making sure that tape is pressed down really well and where I want it. And the cool thing about color blocking is if your nails are longer, you could do 3 different sections, 3 different colors, whatever you want to do. You can really make this your own and really have fun with it. If you were wondering, the colors that I am using, this gorgeous orange coral color is called Spring Forward. Let me just double check. Yep, Spring Forward. It is one of, I believe, 16 of Panda Dip's new spring collection. She came out with some gorgeous bright spring and like pastel shades, like 16 of them, and they are all so gorgeous. So get ready for some Panda spring manis. All right, so back on track here doing my nails. So I'm just going to brush off the excess, and I do just like to double check the tape before I go in for my second dip. Sometimes it'll raise up ever so slightly. So I just want to make sure that is pushed down all the way. And just like doing basic dip powder applications, I'm going in with my second layer of base and just applying that like so. And then I will sprinkle on my powder. Now I do my color blocking a little bit differently than how I've seen some other people do it. Some people will kind of activate the sections as they go. I really don't find a need for that, and you guys will see when I get to my glitter that I don't have an issue with the glitter falling into, that solid coral color, probably because I'm using the Dipalicious base liquids, so it gives me a little bit more time for cleanup. But you could absolutely, apply the activator on the sections if you wanted to. For me, I don't feel like it's necessary, and I don't want to use up more product than I have to. So now I'm just going in and doing my second layer over my middle finger. And just like normal, applying my base, making sure that I do get those corner sections really good. This is part of the reason why I am using the Dipalicious liquids, just because the brush, I can kind of turn it on its side and it gets the thinnest out of all my brushes, if that makes sense. So I can really get in those corners really good without it ending up all over my nail or on my skin. So again, I've just sprinkled on the powder, and now I'm just going to go around my cuticles and my sidewalls, and now that part is done. And I will start lifting my tape up, and you do want to pull the tape off this way in the direction going away from you, just because I've found when you lift it the other way, the tape will sometimes rip. Now, it's not going to look perfect. You are going to do some filing to sharpen up those lines. At least for me, it doesn't look perfect. I know some people do the activator and let it sit for a minute before they take the tape off. But I've also found that after I do that, the tape will like not come off and it'll rip and I'll have a hard time getting it off. So this way works for me. So I'm using one of these metal files that you can get anywhere, dollar store, whatever. And I'm just getting any excess that may have ran off the tape and onto part of my skin that I didn't want. Does not hurt, it's not bothering me. And then I will take it and just sharpen up my line here. I think this file works the best just because of how thin it is. You can really get into, you know, that corner section up by your cuticle area really nice. I am being super gentle. I'm not applying a ton of pressure. I know that from this angle it looks like I'm slicing my finger off, but I promise you I'm not. So I'm just going to finish filing and getting my sharp, clean line the way that I like. And then I will move on to my glitter application. So I will let you guys watch me for a second and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I am using Let It Grow, this gorgeous glitter color you guys will see in just a second. And I did switch to my Peppy Gel liquids just because I was trying to show you how thin I can really get the brush there. And I don't feel a need to tape down that side. I know I've seen some people do it to where they'll tape the section that they just did. I don't feel like it's necessary because doing the two dips of the coral kind of creates a nice little ledge there for you. So then you just apply the base and pour over your glitter, and the first thing I like to do is go around my sidewall really quickly, and then if any glitter did go on to my flat coral color there, I will go around and just push it down with my orange wood stick. So as you guys can see, I have plenty of time to do that. So for me, the activator it's not necessary for me. But what works for me may not work for everybody else. So now I just want to push down those chunky glitters like always. I love this pairing. I wasn't sure how this glitter was going to go with the coral. I actually debated on doing a different glitter, but I love how these turned out. I actually still have these on. I love them. I don't want to take them off. So now I'm going in and just doing the same exact thing. I'm just using that ledge as like a guideline for me, and I will just finish applying my base and sprinkling over my glitter. Now at this point, if you wanted to, you could put your finger on an angle and just dip it into your jar. I just prefer to sprinkle it over. But I will let you guys watch me finish up My glitter application, I am of course doing 2 dips and capping in clear. And I am going to do a little nail art, just a line, just to make everything pop a little bit towards the end. So I will let you guys watch and I will be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to cap and clear. Now I am going to apply my base, but I am going to apply it to that coral area first. I think this is partially why people will activate each section, just so they don't get a glitter in that flat color. So if you're a little nervous about that, you could absolutely do that, but I find that just letting my nails sit for like a minute or two before I go on to doing the clear, just making sure it's fully dry before you do the clear, and make sure your glitters are all pressed down, and of course making sure that you brush off the excess really well. So I will wait for the glitter to fully dry, and then I will go in with you know, a hard brush and brush off any excess. That way I know I'm not going to get any glitters in my solid section. After you have done your first dip of clear, if you do feel any glitters sticking up, you could go in and do a second layer of clear, you know, a second dip of clear if you wanted to. And with this part, you could absolutely just dip into the clear if you wanted to. Totally personal preference, whatever you want to do. I am using a little bit of, I just took some of my Mia Secret clear acrylic. You guys know I usually separate my clear into 3 different, you know, jars, one for solids, one for shimmers, one for glitters. But for this, I usually just keep a separate little jar like for solids. That way I'm not using my glitter clear and risking getting glitters from a previous mani in there. So I am using a, you know, 100% clear acrylic for my solids in here. So I have recently just started to press down my clear just because it kind of avoids that gap at the cuticle. I didn't feel a need to do 2 layers of clear. The one was fine. I'm just showing you guys these Melody Susie brush eggs that I recently found on Amazon. I love them. They are so great to clean off your big brushes, your ombre brushes, and it gets all the glitter out of your brushes. You can use them, they're makeup, you can use them for makeup brushes too. They're so great. So I will leave them linked in the description, as well as everything else that I'm using in the description for you guys. It was like you get 2 of the brush eggs for like $4 or $5. So totally worth it. So I'm just going in and doing 2 coats of activator. I already did a coat of activator on my 3 solid color nails as soon as I finished them. So I'm just going in doing my last coat of activator on those. And now I will just go in and activate my color blocked nails. Look at that glitter, you guys. It's like Natalie from Panda Dips just skinned a mermaid. Oh, I know it's called Let It Grow, but it really should be like called mermaid skin or something, because that's what makes me think of. So I'm just going to finish up activating, and I will be right back. Alright, so all I've done so far is just filed and shaped, and I went ahead and I added a gel base coat to my 2 color block nails, and now I'm just going in with some white acrylic paint on one of my nail art brushes, and I am just really simply just going to do a line across, you know, where those 2 colors meet. I didn't do this because, you know, there was a ledge or a ridge where I could feel it. I just like the look of a white line separating it. To me, it just makes it pop more, but obviously this is optional. If you like the way it looks without the line, then by all means, leave it out. I just love the look of the white line. So I've let the acrylic paint dry, and now I'm going in with my Nail Addicts gel top coat, and I am just going to, you know, apply my top coat to all of my nails, and then I will cure for 60 seconds. And like you guys have been seeing me do lately, I've been capping my nails first. To me, it just kind of gives me a smoother gel application, but of course that is optional. You can cap at the end if you want. Totally up to you, but I will let you guys watch me apply my gel top coat, and I will be right back. Alright, so my nails are all cured and ready to go, and now I'm just applying my Candi Skincare cuticle oil, as I always do, to finish up every mani and just rehydrate your skin around your nails. I honestly just rub the shit on all my hands. my whole hand. It's so good. So you guys will have to let me know what you think of this mani. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.